Hey Jesus Gang, it is Preacher Pete and we are back with another devotional. Today we're going to be talking about God is restoring your time. God is restoring your life. God is restoring the lost years, the lost seasons that you've had. They weren't all losses, they were just preparation for your new life. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but I absolutely know that I'm talking to somebody. It's been a week without me doing devotions almost. I think this is 7 days, which is crazy. I missed you guys. I definitely was working on myself, and I just try to let you guys know that every time that you don't hear from me, I really am working on myself with God. I've been recovering from health and stuff, and God has just been so good. I'll just leave it at that and keep it short. God has been so good, and He's taught me a lot. And what He's taught me what He's taught me about is there's this book, and it's called Philip, the Inspirational Writings Keller. I'm going to show you, not sponsored. I showed you all this a couple weeks ago, but this book has really opened my eyes. My minister let me borrow it. It's really God put it in my hands, so I've just been reading it every day. I'm not the best reader, but what it talks about in this book is in the Psalms of David and what David went through as a shepherd before he became a king. And we really don't understand how much of a good shepherd our God is. You know, we always talk about preparation, restoration, and blessings and miracles in our life. But in this book, it describes David so clear of why he was fit for a king. You know, David was not even picked out of the litter of his brothers. God picked him. He wasn't even, when Samuel lined them up to be kings, and Samuel knew it was one of the sons, he knew that Daniel wasn't there by God. He knew it already. And his father didn't think he was fit because he was out tending the sheep before he defeated Goliath. And that's all we hear about, you know, David versus Goliath. But we don't hear about all the preparation, all the work God did before David became king and defeated Goliath. You know, David is a shepherd, and in that book, a shepherd writes it, and you have to tend so much for your sheep. You know, we're often compared to sheep in the Bible because sheep, my honest opinion, sheep are the dumbest animals ever, and on top of that, they love finding trouble. Like all animals do that. If you got a dog, if you got a cat, we got freaking chickens, and they do it. But I'm going to tell you, lambs, sheep, they just find trouble, and God goes before the shepherd in this book goes before them, and he picks poisonous flowers in the summer so they don't eat it, right? And then he goes and he stays and he sleeps at night with them in the field so cougars and coyotes and other predators don't, you know, go after his sheep. And it just makes me think so clearly how much God, like all the extra effort that God does in me in your life. God shows up for you in rooms and circumstances that you don't even get to see. He goes before us, and we just are talking about right now. We're like, God, why won't you fix this right now? But He's already plan A, plan B, and plan C. He's already like 3 steps ahead of us. And it's just so cool. And if you haven't done this already, or someone hasn't told you, thank God for the things that didn't happen. Thank God for the blessings thank God for blocking things that weren't blessings, right? You know, God is so good. And restoration does not just come. To me, it's not earned either, but seeking God and obeying Him, that is restoration. Finding love within yourself and God, that is restoration. Finding healing, you know, on the sins that you used to do and you don't want to go back to them. You're like, I'm at a new checkpoint in my life. I'm going to move forward because I love God. That's restoration. When God moves in your life, it's going to be swift. It might be a whisper, it might be really loud, but I know that God is going to move in someone's life. And I know who my God is. I know how great He is. And God does so many things for us that we don't get to see. And it's just mind-blowing to me. Even the rod in the story. Rods were actually, we think of rods as a walking stick. They were skilled to fit the hand of the shepherd. And the shepherd would throw them like a tomahawk. He would throw it to get animals and predators off, or he would throw it to keep a sheep from getting into briars or bushes or getting stuck or die. And I think God, we don't think about it, but He throws, that rod to protect us all the time. That's what we don't get to see. Or when things get blocked and we want them to happen, it's God. So thank God for the things that got blocked. Thank God for turning you around and not going into bad situations you didn't even know about. Thank Him for the things that you can't see today that He's done in your life. And golly, I'm just so happy to share this message, because I try to always stay in the Spirit, keep it real with you guys. I'm growing too. Sometimes you guys message me, like, I'm human too. Like, I mess up, and the whole point of this ministry is to spread the gospel, right? But like, I'm growing with you guys too. So if you think about something that you think that we should talk about, just throw it in the comments, because I would love to hear it.